All right, folks, another glorious day for altcoins. Altcoins, look at Ethereum, look where it is now, right? All the altcoins are taking off, and what is causing all this? Part of the reason is because, as I said, just in yesterday's video, that the market is speculating that Ethereum could be getting its stake yielding included in its ETFs. And I was telling you guys before that Wall Street, right? ETFs are on Wall Street. They're not on DEXs or Binance or any of these exchanges. Wall Street loves to have yields or dividend payments. And remember how Warren Buffett only invests in stocks with dividends, or he invests in bonds, which pays like a 4-3% yield? Well, Ethereum actually pays a 2.7% yield right now. That's like buying a stock with 2.7% dividends. That's not bad to collect dividends or, bond yields as you watch a tech company grow. Some people on Wall Street sees Ethereum as a tech stock, right? Okay, either way, basically, BlackRock, news just came out, right, that BlackRock has basically applied to the SEC to get not just yields added into the ETFs, but tokenization and DeFi, a number of issues cleared up with the SEC. And if they can clear it up, which I think would happen, because right now Trump is very much pro crypto, and Trump, his own company, he and his son's company are running DeFi. They're issuing their own meme coin. They're even issuing their own stable coin called USD1, right? They're doing all these things. He's even, fired kind of let go the former SEC chairman and appointed a guy that he likes, who's very much pro crypto. So I think this is all going to get passed. And the market is very much overreacting, or very much reacting to the fact that an Ethereum stake yielding is coming, which Wall Street should like a lot. And that's why Ethereum is doing so well lately, right? It's beaten my expectations, gone straight through for now. On the massive resistance, I'll just show you guys on the chart here. See this 2400 area on ETH. And by the way, this is so important for all the altcoins. This is going to be an episode where we talk about all the altcoins, most of the altcoins that I've spoken about before in the last 2 weeks, whilst I was telling you guys this is altcoin season. This is altcoin season. So this, you see how important this 2400 area is. It was these bottoms, held these bottoms. Again, held these bottoms, kind of was major resistance here, right? Bounced off here, right? And looks like we could go straight through. But look, we need the weekly close, or if not, at least a couple of closes above to confirm this. But it's this very bullish strength from Ethereum right now. So before we go on, first let's quickly answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo Jimenez use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that is non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. That means basically even the exchange can't see who you are, right? So that means the IRS can't see you, the tax office can't see you, CIA, FBI, nobody can see you. Then of course Americans can use it. And I've made this deal with them only on the Pablo Jimenez link. Deposit and receive up to $200 US. And if you trade, win up to 35,000 US, right? Limited time only, finishes on June 4th. Chance to win a Tesla Model 3, Rolex, Apple Vision Pro, Sony PlayStation, Apple iPhone, all these great prizes just by trading. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, then the link is in the description below. The link is in the description below. But if you're watching it on another platform, such as this one, right? Then basically just click on my profile page, and it should be this stand link right here, right? And it should be the first deal that comes right up, because this is the big deal. Okay, let's get back to the markets. And but keep in mind, folks, only on the Pablo Jimenez link. Okay, the first link that pops up here on the stand link. Okay, let's go. So with Ethereum, this, as I was saying, was a short squeeze, right? Partly a short squeeze, partly the rumors are running about the Wall Street ETFs bringing yield staking into Ethereum. So if we can confirm here, then the next resistance is 2750. If we can confirm, probably bounce off if we pull back. Hopefully can bounce off this 2300 area. Use this as support now rather than resistance. And just want to show you guys what the funding rates look like right now. So this is a different website. coinanalyze.net, and it basically, the greens are the longs and the reds are the shorts. So the market is turning long rather than short, but it's not that long because look at this, right? Let me just show you guys. Everything here is basically like only 0.004, 0.0069, right? What is normal is 0.01, right? That would be normal. That would be like black on the other website that I use. So that's why I use the other websites because see here, it looks green and you can't tell. The other website that I use uses 3 different colors. So therefore, it's much easier to distinguish. So the greens means it's really long. The green means it's short. They're shorting. The reds means they're really long. So when it's like 0.01, for example here, 0.01, it stays in black. Black means it's neutral. When it's like neutral, it shows it's black. So you basically, market is not long and not short here. When it's red, it's above 0.01. So that means the market is going long. And green means it's a lot lower than 0.01, right? So it means there's a little bit of shorting going on here, even going negative here. So it's actually not that red yet. So which means the market can actually squeeze up even more. The market can actually squeeze up even more, as crazy as that sounds. Okay, let's have a look at a few altcoins to see where the market is headed. A few altcoins that I've spoken about before. Let's have a look. So we are looking at coins such as Solana, Sui, Virtues, Tau, Fatcoin. Okay, Solana here. Solana basically, at the time, I thought it was going to pull back at this 143 area. Didn't pull back there. Started pulling back at a 153 area, $10 higher. And instead of using this as the resistance, it used this 143, 142 area as support. Bounced off once, bounced off twice. Very bullish. As it breaks, it was actually a small bull flag. Actually broke through this yellow, see this big yellow zone, especially this trend line here. Popped above, we closed above 1 day, 2 day. That's pretty good. Next, next major resistance for Solana is going to be this $1.88 area, because see how it's horizontal resistance, and it's also like this blue line, this rising supporting blue line. Now Solana is going to hit it from underneath like this. Chances are it hits there and we'll get some sort of pullback. So that's the next resistance level I'd be looking for on Solana, but also of course this depends on when does Bitcoin pull back, how does the negotiation that China and US does in trade go. I mean, this is Saturday US time, so we're probably about to hear about that sometime soon. Okay, let's have a look at Sui, the other Bitcoin, the other leading coin. So there is that pullback, but only minor. So last time we were looking at it was around 380 area, and I said it would pull back to first level of support, which is $3.10. It did that. If you got an entry there, congratulations. And next support, I said probably around this 280 area, because one, we have this Fibonacci level here, and two, we have this top here. Didn't get that far, and then boom, straight to the next area of resistance, which is around $4 here. And from then on, it only has like one other major resistance, which is this $4.90 area. Once it clears $4.90, then Sui can actually just challenge the old high, which is a 5. Once it can stand above this $495 area, then this all-time high of 535 isn't much of a resistance. Now I would expect it to make a big run. So for example, okay, what's another coin I spoke about last time? So let's give an update on Tau as well. Tau, last time I said it has more room to run, wouldn't hit resistance until at least this $3.60 area, and indeed it started going sideways, forming this bull flag around this $3.60 area, between 380 and 340, let's call it, going sideways, and then broke out again because markets have been so bullish lately, and so with Tau, of course, there's been good news coming out as well. The next natural resistance on my chart, as you guys can see from 2 weeks ago, is marked out at $4.85. We can see a lot of number of pivot tops here, pivot bottom, pivot top, pivot top, pivot top. So 485 next area, and then eventually 590. Tau has had some big news. I think it was the Grayscale AI Trust. Everyone remember the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust? They hold Tau, and they're very bullish on Tau. And they got one of the Bitcoin ETF issuers. I think it's called Van Eck, a Wall Street institution company called Van Eck, to endorse the Tau and wants to issue a Tau ETF. So if I remember the news correctly, it's definitely those two companies that are involved. So Wall Street institutional demand could be coming to the largest, best AI coin out there. So that's something to watch out for. These, by the way, these are all coins that I highlighted 3 weeks ago. Tau, Sui, Solana, Ethereum, Fatcoin. I said these coins can have a big bounce because I said 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, kept on telling folks that altcoins have bottomed. You could even call it an altcoin season. Don't wait for Bitcoin dominance to top and then turn down. It looks increasingly like probably has topped and started to turn down, but I said that's getting early this time. Okay, let's have a look at another coin. What do we have here? Virtues. Okay, this is another coin I spoke about. Virtues. Said, guys, that's getting on the pullback. Didn't go went further higher, but the pullback came. I mean, this is actually not a bad pullback, because if we look at it on regular chart, it went from almost $1.90, $1.88, down to $1.26. That's like a 30% pullback. Now it's hit the next level of resistance once again at $2. Then I would think for Virtues, basically $2.60 after that. If we can break $2, which I think we can, we'll probably get stopped at $2.60 and then pull back. That's the $2.60 is the next level of resistance anyway. But a lot of this basically depends on how the U.S.-China negotiation goes in trade, and how the stock market performs, and then basically how markets react to all of that. Okay, so now let's have a look at one more, Fatcoin. So these are all coins that I've done before in the last 2 or 3 weeks, as I was very excited about a new altcoin season. So this is just basically just catching up or updating folks who have been watching my videos. So Fatcoin is probably the first coin that I highlighted, saying this is going to lead the bull run. I didn't get it, at the bottom either. When I started making videos, it was doing this sideways bull flag here. I said, look, let's get it on the pullback here when it dips below 40 cents. It didn't do that, but at least I got some of my orders filled around 50 cents, and then got some more filled as it went up to like 80 cents or so. Another bull flag broke out and now another breakout at a $1.40 now, $1.40. So look, Fatcoin, this is why it's been so bullish. It's actually not that far away. It's one more resistance away from testing 160. It's what, 140 now? It just has to retest 160. It's not a huge resistance because there's only one previous pivot top. Not a lot of bottoms here, right? So once we break through, and then basically the only sellers will be people who bought here, who wants to dump because they finally can break even. And so after some of those people dump, and after some of these people take profit, then basically Fatcoin can take off. And that was my opinion. I kept on saying Fatcoin is probably going to be the leading coin of this bull run. As much as we don't like that, we just have to respect the markets. And part of the reason is because it showed so much relative strength so early in the game. I mean, it basically just bottomed like a whole month on March 11th. It bottomed like a whole month before Bitcoin did on April the 7th. And if you look at Ethereum bottomed like 4 days later on April the 11th, right? So, okay. Thank you for your time, folks. Catch you guys for another episode.